Hello, my name is Evan Serpic, and I am a JUFJ leader in Baltimore City and the Director of Strategic Communications for OSI Baltimore. I am honored to introduce you to Tara Huffman, one of this year's Heschel Vision awardees. Tara is a unique funder in that she is a true partner to each of the organizations she works with. In April, after the Maryland General Assembly legislative session ended with too many major disappointments, Tara took the moment to honor JUFJ and other advocates as her partners and her inspiration. Tara said, "As I stand back and survey the field, I am humbled and inspired and energized. Justice is our end goal. Justice is also the fight on the way to the goal. And y'all have done some awesome justice. And I love you for it. I am so honored to introduce someone who does incredible things with great skill and humility, Tara Huffman."
I actually had the opportunity to first meet Tara during the uprisings in Baltimore. And so I was actually a counterpart. I was actually a funder at the Annie E. Casey Foundation working for our Baltimore team, our place-based team.
And I've known Tara Huffman for, my goodness, probably 15 years. She is my former student. I taught for 20 years as a law professor at the University of Maryland School of Law. And I first met Tara in the classroom.
I know Tara from being an intern, actually a high school intern with Tara at the Public Justice Center when I was about 16 years old. And she was one of the attorneys that worked on the Juvenile Justice Project. And I was an intern that worked really across the office in a number of different capacities. But Tara was one of the attorneys I was able to work with.
We invited a handful of funders to be in that room. We were very sensitive to power dynamics and the history of funder community engagement in Baltimore. That was my first exposure to how Tara shows up, and my first opportunity to really develop an appreciation for the way that she supports local organizing work, advocacy from the funder seat, with a real deep level of consciousness and awareness around, power, racial equity, justice. Her presence really just exudes a real deep value for all of those things.
Tara is someone who, more than any other funder that I've worked with in my career, is really deeply connected and in the work with us, and has the pulse on what's happening and is just as committed to what we're fighting for as the people who are putting in 80-hour weeks to make the work happen on the ground.
Tara is one of those students who not only did I know immediately that this was a person of tremendous, serious engagement with issues of justice and equality, but that at every moment that she and I would re-encounter one another after she left law school, she was always engaged in doing something that was bringing her to the next level, not only as an activist, but as a thinker, as an engaged person in the community. And as a result, particularly here in Baltimore, everyone who is an activist or engaged in social justice work knows Tara.
In 2016, when we had a big effort to reform the pretrial system in Maryland, and more specifically to address bail reform, but she was the coach and the mentor to keep us all sort of focused on what we had ahead of us. And she was always there to support us.
I got an email from Tara, which she sent to me and my other colleagues working on police reform and justice reform in general. And the subject line was "Love Letter to the Field." And it was, I think, the day after the state legislative session had ended, and I was feeling really down, having lost some very important pieces of legislation that I thought maybe we had a chance of passing this year. The email brought me to tears almost instantly. I started crying in the kitchen, reading it, standing next to my mom, and I started reading it to her because she was like, what's happening? And I could not get through every line. I just got so choked up because it's so deeply touched on what was going on for us, for me.
I have seen Tara firsthand push through some really difficult situations with such grace. We all know that in Baltimore, especially, coalition work can be really difficult. It's very rewarding, it's very necessary, but it is tough work. It's work of the heart, it's work of the mind. You will be challenged, and that is the way of the work. And she just kind of falls into that work and holds it with such integrity that it is something that I think we all can learn from.
She is an unsung hero, someone who does the shadow work and is moving our community forward.
She does this work not only from the heart and mind, but from a space of deep spirituality and a sense of faith.
And it's so important to be a learning person in this work. And that is really Tara. She is consistently learning about different dimensions of this work. And that's why she has been in different roles, looking at it from different angles and using different lenses to see how best to do this work.
Congratulations, Tara, on being a recipient of the 2021 Heschel Vision Award. We are so proud of you. You are so well deserving. Enjoy your night.
Congratulations, Tara, on receiving the 2021 Heschel Vision Award.
Tara, congratulations on being honored with the 2021 Heschel Vision Award. I can think of no one more deserving. Congratulations to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely honored to receive the 2021 Heschel Vision Award from Jews United for Justice. I first came to know JUFJ in 2015 after the death of Freddie Gray and the subsequent uprising, and while I was with Open Society Institute, Baltimore. As a woman raised in the Christian church by Black civil rights activists, the mission and vision of JUFJ resonated with me immediately. Over the last 6 years, I have counted it a joy to partner with JUFJ to advance greater police accountability, end state violence, and fight for basic human rights like water and housing. What I most appreciate about JUFJ is the way it partners with communities most impacted by the systems that it seeks to transform. Where far too many organizations parachute in with savior complexes, JUFJ positions itself as an ally to communities of color, taking its lead from leaders within our communities. The result is a movement that is more unified, more authentic, and more effective. Thank you to Open Society Institute Baltimore and the Greater Open Society Foundations for providing me with the opportunity and the platform to invest in JUFJ and help it advance its mission. I also want to thank my partner in life, my husband, for providing me the space and the support to do my part to bring about justice and freedom in a small part of this world. Thank you again, JUFJ, for this incredible honor. May the Lord our God continue to shine upon you and be gracious to you.